yeah, so it's
What you are about to see is a very secret, very personal behind-the-scenes look at a former YouTuber's life. What you see on camera is often not what you see in reality. This is my reality. I quickly realized that I was in dire need of help. And over the years, I realized you guys have been there with me every step of the way, praying for me and helping me. In a weird time loop paradox, even though you haven't seen me yet, you've already been helping me. So I thank you for that. Please share these videos with your friends, click like, leave a comment. I don't know if I will be here to read your comments. At the end of the day, I don't know how much time I have. And also, please respect my privacy, because it is a life or death matter at this point.
it's like a being dually present in two different places. So the time was 8:35-ish. I just suddenly felt like this, like extreme, like heartache from you, I guess is the best way to describe it. Heartache that you were like looking at my profile or one of my videos or something. You were looking at something of mine or thinking of me, and you suddenly were really wishing that you hadn't made the decision to put me off. You hadn't made the decision to let Phil run his course and cut me off from your mind. I just felt like that this pain, this mental anguish from you, that you're just thinking in your head that like, this is what I've been looking for, and yet here I can't go after it. And you felt almost like you were wanting to cry, or maybe lightly crying. Like you were maybe laying in bed, you'd been up partying or something the night before, and you just really wanted the chance to get to know me better, and you had pretty much shot yourself in the foot, and you realized that you realized what a catch I was, how stupid you were, and you're wondering to yourself if you're ever going to be able to find someone to settle down with and be happy with. I mean, you can find anybody to settle down with, but are you going to be happy? That's the question. So that's what I felt from you this morning. And I was just sitting there at McDonald's, just staring off in the parking lot. And then suddenly my brain just started going, and then it picked up into your brain waves, I guess. And I don't even know. Again, I have no idea if any of this is even real. I don't know. Maybe I'm completely losing my mind. Maybe I'm just like, maybe it's author syndrome where I am not writing, so I'm trying to recreate reality around me like I would in a book, which is not always reality. But I don't know. I don't know, because you won't talk to me. You won't associate with me or anything to that degree. But I felt so good about that dream last night. Maybe you had that dream too. Maybe that's why your brain was going down that road, because you had just had that same dream and you just woke up from it, and you were just thinking to yourself, what have I done? You are the only person that has ever made me nervous. Like, I break out in a cold sweat, and I don't know why. I think it's just because I'm in love with you, and my heart starts panicking or something. I don't know. So I just thought I'd let you know on that. I guess I'm just going to wait and see if by chance my dream comes true. Because the feeling that I had this morning was the same feeling that I've had before in some of my dreams. Or I'm dreaming about you and I get this like sense. So don't know, my heart is just like heavy. It's heavy. It's like a wet rag right now. Like if you were to like take a washcloth and just stuff it in a bowl of water and then pull it up, it's just heavy and it's dripping instead of being light and fluffy and ready for whatever. It's just heavy and wet, which is not perverted, so don't think that. It's just like, that's the only analogy that I can think of to describe it. It's just, and if I take a breath and relax myself, it gets worse. Like I can hardly breathe. Like there's this panicky feeling in there. Panicky sadness and grief and fear. But I don't think, it's not mine because I don't feel like that at all. So it's, I'm assuming yours. I'm sensing tenseness, agitation. You're running your hand through your hair. It's like doing one of these things and then just like this, and you're sitting at the table like this, and then doing like that, and sighing and just trying to figure it out. The other guys are going to be getting up soon, and you don't want to be too loud. But you can't help but think that you might have done the most dumbest thing in the world. And you're feeling too embarrassed to try to repatch things up because you don't want to look like an idiot. You want to be able to reach out and say, hey, we can do that interview, but you're not quite sure if I'm going to be mad at you because you waited so long to respond. And then Phil's all excited, so you're not quite sure what to do there because Phil's contacting you nonstop, and you can tell that the more he contacts you, the more excited he is, and you realize you might have just completely lost your chance. So your choice is either to lose your best friend or to lose the love of your life, and either way you look at it, you can't win. And you just don't know what to do. And my advice is just follow your heart. You have to take a quick moment to close your eyes and take a breath. Relax your shoulders. Close your eyes, and that little tiny tickle in your heart, focus on that feeling and let it grow and let it expand and see where it leads you. Does it lead you to your friend, or does it lead you to me? Most people make wrong choices because they don't follow their hearts. They follow what other people say. That's how I ended up with Eric, because I didn't follow my heart. My heart said stay away. My heart said don't move in. But my mind said you're being selfish. Everybody wants you to, so you better do it. Right now my heart says that Eric is not going to work out, but my mind says I need to try and do this. My son was crying last night and carrying on because he wanted, well, okay, so this part's a little tricky. He says he wants me and Eric to get back together, but what he really said was, I want us all to be back in the house and live in the regular house. I don't like this house. I miss our other house. So that's tough because I know he likes to play Minecraft 24/7 over there. And because that is the original house, now he's seen that as a happy house because he gets to do whatever he wants for the most part. And he sees the new house as being too structured, and mom is always telling him what to do, which it would be the same thing if we moved back in. It would be structured. I'd be telling him what to do. He would not be up all night watching TV. He would not be up all day playing Minecraft. That's how it would be. And it's hard for me to differentiate between him actually wishing that Eric and I were back together and him just wishing he could play Minecraft and watch TV all day. So I don't know. And the problem is too, I can't get him counseling because Eric's insurance doesn't cover it. So that really, really sucks. I got my daughter counseling when I left, and I think boys, it tends to be a little bit harder on him, and he really needs it, but I can't afford $60 a month. Like, it was $60 an appointment. I mean, if I did it like every month, which is what kids really need, I mean, 60 times 4, it's $240 a month. I can't do that. So, I don't know, I just have to trust God and pray about it.